Do cranberry products prevent or treat a urinary tract infection? This is something that is definitely of interest to me as a family doctor. One of the conditions I treat often are urinary tract infections. I'm going to answer this question today, guys. But first, let me remind you what some of the symptoms of urinary tract infections can be. It can be burning on urination. Sometimes people get pain in their lower abdomen or pain in their back. There can also be what we call hesitancy. When you're urinating, the stream sort of stops and starts, it hesitates. There can also be frequency, where you feel like right after you get out of the bathroom, you got to go back in to pee again. You feel like you've got to go over and over and over again. And then sometimes when you go, only a little bit comes out. And also urgency, that can happen as well, where you just have this sort of urge to go, right? People can get a number of symptoms, and urinary tract infections can range in severity. But let's get back to this question. So, can you take cranberry products for this? And there are a lot of cranberry products on the market. I'm not going to focus on which cranberry products in this video, but we're just going to talk about cranberry in general. Does it work? Okay, don't go anywhere, but let me explain why we think cranberry is the thing, okay? And this is super, super important. So cranberries have this thing, and I got my notebook because I want to get it right, have what's called PACs, which stands for proanthocyanidins. Okay, good. Proanthocyanidins. I was worried about getting that word wrong. So cranberry has that, PACs, which may prevent bacteria from sticking to bladder walls and may do other things as well. So this is at least part of what we think the mechanism of action may be when it comes to asking the question, okay, well, do cranberry products help? All right, so drum roll, please, or not. All right, let's start with what cranberry products do not do. Cranberry products do not treat urinary tract infections. You got a UTI, you have a urinary tract infection, you got it. You need to go see your doctor because you need to get antibiotics to treat that infection, okay? That is important to note. If you have the UTI, cranberry is not going to fix that, at least according to the data that we have right now. However, cranberry products may help prevent UTIs. That is right. And this is really important. Okay, so there have been a number of sort of studies and reviews done of this. One in particular that I'm going to mention is one that was published in the November 2024 issue of American Academy of Family Physicians journal. And they discussed a Cochrane review article that, a Cochrane review that included 50 randomized control trials and compared cranberry products with placebo, no treatment, or other interventions, such as antibiotics or things like that, for the prevention of UTIs, okay? And this particular review focused on 6 different populations. So focused on women with recurrent UTIs, older men and women in institutions, pregnant women, children, adults with neuromuscular dysfunction of the bladder and incomplete bladder emptying, and people susceptible to UTIs following an intervention, like let's say they had surgery or a kidney transplant, things like that, okay? This particular Cochrane review that's written up in AAFP, November 2024, says that the review showed moderate certainty evidence that compared with placebo or control, cranberry products reduce the risk of UTI in women with a history of recurrent UTI and in children. Now, the review did show low certainty evidence of benefit for those susceptible to UTI due to an intervention. However, in older men and women who are institutionalized, pregnant women, and adults with neuromuscular bladder dysfunction with incomplete bladder emptying, there was no apparent treatment benefit that was observed, okay? And much of that I was reading verbatim because I wanted to make sure I got the text right. So thank you, AAFP, November 2024 journal issue, who reviewed that Cochrane review study, which is very important. There are others out there. Suffice it to say, however, this idea that cranberry products may prevent UTIs is something that we are recognizing. So I think that's really important. As always, I say make sure you talk to your doctor about whatever is going on with you. Make sure you get their guidance to make sure what you're doing is right for you. Remember, not all cranberry products are created equally. There's probably another video I could do on that. Cranberry juice has a lot of sugar. There's a lot of things you need to take into consideration. But I hope this video is helpful. Let me know in the comments. Share this video with others. Please follow me on Facebook. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, you name it. And go to my website, drjencaudle.com, to sign up for my free weekly health newsletter. Love y'all.